It was bound to happen, Jake.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bam, ba-dum, bam. Get some Dragnet going. Nintendo has filed lawsuits against 2 ROM websites. One is called Love ROMs, right? Yes, Love ROMs and Love Retro.
Why are they? What's the lawsuit about though?
So the lawsuit is Nintendo is tired of them hosting their ROMs on their website and making them available for anyone to hop on and download and freely distribute Nintendo software.
Oh, okay. So free ROMs is okay though? That's cool, right? Freeroms.com or coolroms.com or what?
Or Emu Paradise.
Yeah. .org. Okay.
So I want to get a couple things out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm okay with emulation.
Yes.
There is a legal way to do it.
Yeah,
I believe that the law states you may own a digital backup of any game you own, physically or otherwise, physical or digital. I don't believe the law makes a distinction between the two.
But you're quoting which country's law?
It's U.S. law.
Okay, so in Japan...
But Nintendo is also Nintendo of America.
Is it Nintendo of America that's pressing charges?
I do believe so.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're going off of... Gotcha. In our ballpark, we're going off of American laws here.
So you have that. And also, by the way, you can... I believe that this is another part of the law that's not stated... or this one's kind of out there, but I think at one point... it was stated that you could have it for 24 hours and then you needed to delete it. Something along those lines. If you didn't own it, delete it. Yeah. Personally, ethically, I don't have a problem with ROMs. Or emulation, or you emulating games which will never see the light of day. Talking about a re-release. I'm looking at you, Konami Ninja Turtles games.
I don't remember how many times I have actually downloaded like all of the Nintendo, SNES, and Sega Genesis ROMs.
Libraries?
Libraries. It's been like, I've downloaded them like individually from websites, but you know what? That only worked for so long, and then I realized that the future is out there and we're living in it. And so I moved on to BitTorrents of the entire library in a matter of seconds.
Right. I also don't feel any. I don't feel ethically challenged by this because I've also bought several of these games multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've bought. I've purchased. Oh, here's funny. So this is something I've shared before on Chrono Trigger, but it bears or on the podcast bears repeating. Chrono Trigger I originally played on ZSNES for Windows. I have since purchased the game 3 times.
Yeah.
So even though I was playing it pirated, it got me into the game and it was so good. I'm like, I have to have this game legitimately.
I remembered playing Final Fantasy IX. Okay. I played Final Fantasy IX and I absolutely loved the game. And I ended up, beating the game. But while I was on the last disc, I remember my brother at the time. He bought a used copy, but it didn't come with the first disc. So I gave him the first disc, and he played it, and we had a great time. But I lent out that first disc, and never got that first disc back. Never got a chance to.
I guess you're just not allowed to play that part of the game anymore.
You mean the beginning, like start from the very beginning?
Exactly. I hope you have a save file that exists.
So I never got it back. So years later, I find that PlayStation 1 had emulation software available.
Yeah.
And I found Final Fantasy IX. It's like, dude, I've always just wanted to
go back and play it.
Go replay it because there's so many things that it's one of those games where you miss things along the way. That's it. You don't get it anymore. You don't get to experience it. Don't get to buy it. Don't get to find certain weapons, especially Excalibur 2, which was a speed run to get to it. I never got a challenge. So downloaded it. I don't feel guilty. I bought it before. But on top of that, I mean, think about as fans, like, what are you wearing right now?
Yeah. If you're listening to this on audio only, I'm wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog t-shirt.
Yeah. So, I mean, beyond video games, like, we've contributed to their companies in a lot of different ways. I mean, like, you've got, like... a
bunch of Zelda stuff on my wall. I've got Mario stuff. I've got Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, and these pictures, are they official Nintendo posters? So, who gets the money?
Yeah. That's true.
So as far as I'm concerned, like, you know, like some ROMs from like games that were released in the 80s that they have more than made their money back on. Like, is their company still relying on Super Mario Brothers 1 through 3?
Right.
Like, you come on. Like, and every single time you've got a new system, you have to pay to download it again on that new system if you want to play it.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue. But yeah, really, Nintendo, like,
if you buy a new iPhone, you can download all of the apps.
Right.
From the store.
Or if it's Android, Google Play, it doesn't. You just buy it once, you get a new device. You don't have to buy all your software again.
You pay for GarageBand, you get a new MacBook. You can download GarageBand for free because it's on your profile.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that they are coming like after sites for hosting content that they're gouging on, because you look at those ROMs, you know, that not ROMs, you look at the official digital release on, you know.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Big cigar and just like brandy, just, yes, of course, the official release. Yeah. And they just price gouge you on that. Like, it's not worth it. Like, 25 cents a download. I will pay for that and then never.
Yeah. Or I'll buy a bundle. Yeah. Do a humble bundle of it.
A humble bundle.
Humble bundle. So, I do want to say this, though. Nintendo has every legal right to do this. Mm-hmm. And if you are a ROM site, because it's funny, it's interesting. It's I've been watching. So I've been hacking my Vita lately.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
a natural urge for humans to have is to
make something do what it's not meant to do, but increase its potential.
It's part of creativity. You want to figure out how to do things that people didn't intend to do with things.
Take the limits off of its potential. That's all I'm doing.
Exactly. You're just...
That's all I'm doing.
Sorry, Team 4-Star has corrupted all Dragon Ball Z's moments. Your true potential.
Right.
Bam. Yeah. All right. Let's go.
So with that though, there were, watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to do each step and everything, and whenever it comes to an emulation, they always say like I'm not going to tell you where to get these ROMs. If you are backing up the games or if you're getting them other ways, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's up to you. And it's just it's kind of silly at this point.
Craigslist guy that meets you in a shady
but
parking
at the same time, it is technically illegal if you don't do it the right way.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you ever be prosecuted for it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But if you are a ROM site, and it's weird, I've never heard of these sites. This is a person.
I haven't either.
Hey,
I think there's something else.
I've heard of Cool ROMs. I've been to Emu Paradise. It's like
I think they're doing something else, and Nintendo just wanted to shut it down, and this was like the quickest way they could get a lawsuit.
But you kind of are on notice. I mean, it is kind of like Napster. It is kind of like Pirate Bay. I mean, you do this at your own risk, knowing full well that these companies may just have nothing better to do one day and say, you know what, we ought to go after these places that are distributing our software.
Yeah.
Games.
Software.
So yeah, I guess we're in agreement on it. It's one of those things where you hear about it and you're just kind of like, well, I hope they don't go too far with this.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they don't keep going after different ROM sites, but they do have a right to do it.
Yeah, Nintendo. All right, calm down.
How much money are you really gonna get doing it?
Yeah, but then again, I mean, like, to be fair, like Japan's whole national economy is Nintendo. No. They have Honda, and I love Honda. I am a deep fan. I think I love Honda more than Nintendo.
Toyota.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying it's another.
I guess they
Mitsubishi.
They contribute to some
Kawasaki Ninjas.
I guess. Master Splinter, his origins, but that was an American character, but still, he was from Japan.